on, man. I need a cigar.
All right, folks. This is OCCW's Royal Ramble with Jonathan Mellis and Mr. 3PW Tony Ray.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome to the Royal Ramble. I am your host, Jonathan Malice, hosting Orange County Championships Wrestling flagship show. Tonight we will talk about all things going on in the indie scene as well as the international and national scene. But first, we have a very special guest. To my right, the owner-operator and booker matchmaker, as well as wrestler enforcer. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Tony Reyes. Tony Reyes. Now, you're here to talk a little bit about 3PW. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, we'll get right into it because I know you got some other stuff that you have to do tonight. Let's talk about your card. Your card is, I have it written down here, the price of gold. And that is this is this weekend, right? This Saturday.
Yes, it is.
Let's get right into that. Go ahead. Tell us where, when, and how much, and whatnot.
It's the Lakewood American Legion, post 496. It's actually in Long Beach, but it's right there on the border, so it's,
Lakewood, Long Beach?
Yeah.
They're pretty much the same thing. Hey! I got a lot buffer, and I'm for you. All right.
Man, there were some big guys on that card, man.
Yeah.
Some big, scary guys. You don't usually see a lot of these guys down here in SoCal.
The name of the show was The Price of Gold. The address is the American Legion Post
496.
496.
I can't read that far
You know
away.
the address? Okay. Doors open. 938 Park Crest Street. 8938 Park Crest Street.
5938 Park Crest Street.
Okay, that's in the beautiful uptown Long Beach, Lakewood area.
Queen Mary.
A little bit further from the Queen Mary. But tell us who you have on the card, what and what not.
Well, we just yesterday or Sunday we announced the first round matches. I'll go through those real quick. Big Vig versus Ultimo Shamu.
Ultimo Shamu, luchador from TJ, right?
Absolutely. I had the pleasure to work with that guy not too long ago, and for a big guy, he can move, and he will flatten you quicker than anything else, man.
I've seen him move.
He comes off that rope, and you're done.
He has a fantastic reputation, being a great wrestler and great worker.
But I do have some news about that match. Big Vig is out.
What? What happened?
Well, he has an injury, and he's not going to make the trip down. I don't want to give out his business because haven't talked to him about releasing that information. Anyways, there will be a replacement. We just don't know who yet.
All right. Okay. You know what? I'm about to kick over a bunch of this equipment.
Hey, take it easy, Chico.
You know what? Here's the difference in the type of people I associate with and the type of person I am. They're obviously making reference to my hat. Nobody ever likes my hats. Nobody likes my bald head. I don't know what you people want me to do, but that's just the way it is.
Well, I will say you're starting to look a little bit like a heel.
No. Look, here's the difference between the people I am, or the person I am, and the people I associate myself. They all say, "Oh, look, Walter White. You look like you should, you look like Walter White," which is a show about a guy who sells methamphetamine. I'm thinking when I look at this hat, I go, "This is like Rocky's hat. Rocky, Rocky Balboa." And you guys are like, Walter White, methamphetamine, Barstow. All right, so
you're talking about something that was back in the 80s. We're talking about something that's relevant.
Really?
There you go.
Okay, wait a minute. What's more current, Creed with Rocky Balboa, or Breaking Bad?
Breaking Bad.
No, because Creed was this year. See, you guys are so behind the
Rocky had
times.
muscles.
Okay. Coming from a human globe, that's All right. So go on.
The second match we got Godzilla.
Gotchzilla. Oh,
Big Mike Gotch.
Fantastic wrestler.
And relative newcomer to the SoCal scene in Jordan Clearwater.
I haven't heard much about him.
If you haven't seen this kid, you guys are in for a treat. He's spectacular.
Where is he out of?
I'm not real sure.
Okay. Mike Gotch versus Jordan Clearwater. Don't miss that one.
I'm thinking it was Ohio when I discussed it with him.
Now let me ask you this. Okay, this is not a card. This is a title tournament for the 3PW heavyweight title.
That's right. This bad boy right here.
You can't see it it's getting hidden by our little ledge. 3PW. What do the 3 Ps stand for?
Power, Precision, Pro Wrestling.
Gotcha. Power, Precision, Pro Wrestling, World or Championship Tournament. Mike Gotch versus
Jordan
Clearwater. You have Big Vig is out. He was supposed to wrestle
Shamu.
So there's a mystery opponent that in that first round. Okay, who else you got on that in the first opening round?
The big man, Terex.
Terex.
The definition of pain. This dude is just...
See, I always call him T-Rex, but it's Terex.
It's Terex.
I got you.
When I first started out wrestling, he actually broke my nose.
Oh, right on.
This man hits hard. He hits even harder today than he did, 14 years ago.
Gotcha.
So I'm looking forward to him taking on Sergeant Major. He's two big guys going at it. I'm gonna have to reinforce my ring. In the fourth match, we got Jimmy Mayhem, who you're a little bit familiar with,
A little bit.
and the metalhead maniac himself, Sledge. This guy is a beast. I mean, I've seen him take a scrawny kid like that Azrael kid and just toss him around like a basketball.
Well, Azrael's not real big, but by his own words, he's wiry. He can hang in there. But more importantly, okay, so the winner of this tournament wins this prestigious, soon-to-be prestigious title, especially after a tournament. I always felt that titles were always, when you introduce the title, it was always best to do it through a tournament style because it lends credibility. People actually fought. There's like instant history behind that title, right?
Absolutely. See, but what people don't realize is the former 3PW heavyweight champion was none other than T.J. Perkins.
Okay.
When the company was in Vegas, he was the last champ before he actually signed and went to 205.
Oh, interesting. The linear champion would be T. Okay, very good. Very good. So this is the vacated and soon to be filled 3PW title. You also have a Vixen's title, is that what you call it?
Absolutely.
That's a woman's title for the uninitiated.
And that's going to be Mariah Moreno.
Making a lot of waves in the local indie scene out here.
Versus Katana Vera.
Katana Vera, old pro. I don't mean old. She's been in the business a long time. She's a pro. I remember when she was just starting and just learning when Battleground was running a wrestling school. Or was it Venus Fighting Essence? I don't remember which one she was with. But, they were wrestling out of there. So that should be interesting. Mariah,
wasn't that located in Stanton?
It was right across the parking lot here. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was for a while there. But that's where we're at now. Okay. Now, so the winner of this tournament will not only win this coveted belt and all the things that go with being a champion of a federation, but they will also win something else. Not a Chevy or anything like that.
Well, unfortunately, the champion is going to have to come out and defend his title right away in August.
Right away in August.
And that's against one of your local guys, Mikey O'Shea.
Mikey O'Shea, the Irish juggernaut. The slayer of dragons, the king of the ring, the man who could run the world if it were able to do so from inside the ring. Mikey O'Shea, that should be interesting. Now, all those guys in that tournament sound like a fantastic matchup for Mikey. So you're going to have a big man tournament followed by a big man title defense. And when is that? When and where is that one?
That's August 24th at the American Legion Post 72 in Anaheim.
Ben, can you do me a favor? Can you run downstairs and grab me the price of gold flyers there? It's sitting on the thing. Okay, so that's August 24th at in Anaheim. Here in Anaheim, he's coming to Orange County, folks. Okay, so once again, can you run that graphic for me, Robert? So the winner of this title will take on Mikey O'Shea at a later date,
Absolutely.
August 24th, right? And of course, you're going to announce that card later on when you want to knock this one out here. But tell us a little bit about the post. And, it's a little different from the one that we run in at 716. Tell us how things have been going there at the post and whatnot.
496 is, it's a slower post. There's a lot of older veterans that's there. They really try to support a lot of things, and they do a lot of stuff for homeless vets out of Long Beach. They make a lot of trips to the VA hospitals and stuff like that, and it's just I'm glad we're able to help them help other other veterans in need.
Absolutely. You know, I know as a veteran yourself, and I've come to know many of them through my work with, the Legion Post 555, 716, and some of the other local ones around here. A lot of them are in need right now, and the American Legion has really, really stepped up to help a lot of them out, and stepping up to help the American Legion
Absolutely.
is Power of Precision Pro Wrestling. Okay, once again, that's Saturday, July 20th at American Legion Post 496. That's at 5938 Parkcrest Street in Long Beach. 5938 Parkcrest Street in Long Beach. The vacant 3PW Championship belt will be decided in an 8-man tournament. The show starts at 7 p.m. Tickets are $20 at the door, $15 pre-sale. Of course, the card is subject to change. And once again, that's Saturday, July 20th, the price of gold, 3PW, 8-man championship tournament with a special Vixens feature match of Mariah Moreno and Kitana Vera. Tony, I want to thank you for coming on.
Absolutely.
All right, wish you the best of luck in your
Make sure
future
you guys
endeavors.
check us out on Instagram. That's 3PW_SoCal. And if any of you fellow wrestlers are in need of T-shirts or anything like that, check out Upfront Merch. It's the company we get our T-shirts from. He just made our new logo that we're going to be coming out with. Can't wait to get that out. And there's a few other people I want to give a shout out to, and that's A Quality Garage Doors because they're one of our sponsors. And
One of his sponsors, not one of our sponsors.
correct.
But go on. Who else?
That's it for now. We'll,
Okay. All
we'll
right.
get the rest of them later.
All right. Once again, thanks again. That's this Saturday, July 20th at American Legion Post 496. Once again, have a great night. Thank you for coming on the show, Tony, and we will see you soon. We'll see you this Saturday.
Good luck with the rest of the show, especially with these two guys coming up.
I
see 'em
saw
over
that. I
there.
can hear 'em, yeah.
They're just dying to get over here.
All right.
That's right.
That's horrible.
Once again, everybody, Tony Ray.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Reyes.
And folks,
All right, this weekend at American Legion Post 716, we had Yankee Doodle Damage, where the OCCW tag team titles were up for grabs against the champs versus the Lucha Homies. And those of you who've been following the show and OCCW know that the Lucha Homies have made a habit of attacking and making trouble with us. So the boys, the champs, I'll let them tell you exactly what happened, what went down, and how it went. Ladies and gentlemen, your Orange County Championship Wrestling Tag Team Champions, the Azrael and the badass Marcus Frey. Come on in, gentlemen. Congratulations. Nice work.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up!
Oh, you didn't know?
In the hood.
You better call somebody.
That's gimmick infringement.
Let's
Let's
call him. Tell him I sent you.
Well, first of all, congratulations, gentlemen, on another successful title defense. Look out for this. Another successful title defense. The Lucha Homies came in and they tried to do their thing, and
What did we send them? We sent their ass packing.
you did, and for what?
We in bright
This
skies.
is beautiful.
That's what it
This is beautiful.
baby.
It's a
That's
new
what
day.
it
Yes,
is.
it is.
Yes,
It's
it
a
is.
new day.
Oh, statue!
Power. We had the power over the Lucha Homies. It's a new day.
Yes, a new.
But they're still champions. It was nice of Tony Reyes to come by and visit the tag team championship belts. I know you want to take a look at him every so often, but he's never gonna get any closer to the tag team championship.
I know so many people miss him. I know he's one of them. But like our boy Gustin says, never gonna get it.
Let's not harass our
Oh,
guests any
we're
more than we
not,
already
we're not
have.
harassing. We speaking reality. La Raza, never gonna get it. Lucha Homies, never gonna get it. Fee Lions, never gonna get it. It don't matter who you are.
People quit
Like, come
wrestling,
on.
man.
I'm telling
You
you.
think people-
As soon
they
as
gotta start the whole
they
new
heard
company
that
somewhere
we had
else.
these, they stopped wrestling together. Come on.
never gonna get it.
That's right. Never gonna try.
And I'm gonna dance.
Tony Reyes and Bulletproof to come back. Reyes and Taze, we'll take those titles from you.
Oh, come on.
I'm up for a challenge. I am up for any kind of challenge. I'm here for all.
You'll come in the ring and we'll give you a rag to shine up these belts.
On a Google map.
All right. Let's pull it in, guys.
Hello.
All right.
See, our tag team straps are the belts, baby. We are the tag team champions in Southern California, and everybody wants a shot at us. They're coming up from Lucha Underground. Those boys, they drove all the way from the 405. God bless them. They didn't have to do it. They were on the Royal Rumble, but they got on the freeway. They broke every traffic law known to man to make it to our event on that day because they wanted a shot,
including the number of people allowed in a vehicle at one time. Okay.
Right? That's half our crowd, man. They came in the car with them. You know, what are you going to do? But you know what? We beat them and we shocked the world on that day. We took the first fall. Boom.
Right.
1, 2, 3.
Do you remember how that first fall went, John? How the one fall that actually mattered?
That's the first one.
Because I'm telling you, it wasn't 2 out of 3 before that we started the match. But when you get your ass whooped the way that we handed it to you, you got to try and pull a fast one.
I mean, I was good with the one fall. I was like, you know what? Let's just go ahead and take this. That was 30 seconds. I want to go get paid. I want to go get my drink. And I want to go on home. But you, out of the goodness of your heart, were like, okay, we'll do 2 out of 3. You know what I mean?
Goodness of my heart.
We want to cultural. You know, we want to be open to the luchador. So we let them have the 2 out of 3 falls match, even though that's not something that I ever want to participate in ever again. I might as well go. I don't go to quinceañeras. I don't go to any kind of that kind of nonsense. I buy my corn at the store, not from some guy in a.
Say it one more time. You don't go to what?
Quinceañera.
Yeah,
Quinceañera.
We don't go to quinceañeras and bring quesadillas.
Or give it any chimichangas or
None of that.
Beto O'Rourke. Yo soy mexicano.
But guess what?
Yes.
We won uno, dos, tres.
Uno, dos,
and
tres.
we got these titles still hanging around our waist.
Fair, hanging around our waist.
Hanging around our neck. We got gold around our neck. We got gold around our waist.
All right, guys. Well, congratulations. The rest of OCCW did not have as
bunch of losers.
Fortunate a night.
I mean, next time you just got to book us in every
carrying
match.
this whole company on our back. Oh, it hurts so good. It hurts so good.
That's what I do.
We are the real champions of the world.
I didn't get all this muscle on my body for nothing. It's to carry the weight.
Lift with your legs, brother. Not with your back. Lift with your legs. Do them squats.
Well, judging from the way things went last weekend, the weight's going to get a whole lot lighter here pretty soon. But that's another story. We're going to run down the card for you real quick. Drew Masters versus Freddie Flores. Joey, you were watching the match. Tell me what you saw and how it ended.
You know, it was back and forth. I mean, Drew Masters impressed me. I mean, that guy, from the beginning when he started with OCCW, was a little light in his feet. But I think ever since our guys been pushing him and getting on his ass, he did it. I mean, I was very, he kicks some ass.
Are you saying Drew Masters is light in the loafers?
Well,
are you saying he's a little cum si, cum sa?
It seems like he put a little weight in his tights, though, to finally step into the ring with some of the likes of La Raza.
Yes, absolutely. So he came away with the win. So hey, we kicked off the night. OCCW had its foot right on Lucha Pro's throat, and then everything went sideways. We had Chris Camacho took on Alexander Vega. Now, Chris Camacho has really been working hard. He's been carrying the banner for OCCW.
Yeah, but I'm convinced that kid's got ADHD. He can't focus long enough to win a match.
He keeps letting them in the building. He's either dumb or on their payroll. It's one of the two things. He could have waited half an hour and Vintage Dragon would have forfeited, but he got suckered into it. He's like one of those kids that you have to do the graffiti up over the freeway and they fall off to the death. It's all fun and games until something bad happens.
Just like one of those kids, exactly.
It is not your friend, Camacho.
There's more than one.
They're taking advantage of you.
I think Camacho, put in a strong effort against Vega. I think ultimately the shenanigans and chicanery of La Raza / Lucha Pro / just low lives in general. Chris did succumb to Vega, so Vega goes over and wins that match by pinfall.
Camacho was had to be a top bunk. You had to go be top bunk. Is that how that works? You lose, you got to go up.
Just looking.
You're paying attention to what we're doing.
I was just looking because I'm tired of talking about how bad Camacho is when he steps into the ring. And, the kid is good. The kid is good, but he's got to get some focus. And that's the problem is he can't focus on whether he wants to go to school, steal cars, or wrestle. Get your mind right, get in the ring, and do your job. You have one job.
Well, he does have a great training partner, and that's Drew Masters. Remember, he was the same way.
Yeah, but look what I got him. His training partner paved the roads of success, and Camacho's sitting there selling oranges on that road. like, come on.
They are the sweet and sour sauce. You know, Camacho's a little bit sweet, Drew's a little bit sour, and we will whoop up on them anytime in any place. They might be suburban justice, but we are the urban injustice, by God.
I like that.
You know?
I like that.
You might be the voice of reason most of the time.
Urban injustice. I like that.
Sometimes you step in the way of people ruining their life, and that offends me, because sometimes I want to just watch them go to jail. I want to watch people fight in the crowd. B.A. Marcus Frey is like, no, you stopped me from getting fired the one time, so that was cool. But other than that, you just need to let people, let bygones.
Because here's the thing.
You can't get in a fight with someone like that, because if you knock, those teeth are going to come out pretty soon anyway.
Exactly.
Right? So you knock his teeth out, why?
Just let them fight. Let boys will be boys, B.A.
When you are talking about internet bullies are the type that like to call 911, and whether he was going to have the wherewithal to call them or have one of his homies call him, it would have ended bad.
Kids watching at home, do not ever waste an opportunity to throw your life away. Whenever the opportunity arises, you run across the street. Even though you're a champion, you can throw that all away and go to the local county. And if he'd been in there for like 30 days, they forfeit the championship, and then I get to be OCCW champion.
Wait, hold on. Why would you automatically be?
You already got a shot at it. You already fought the one dude in the cage. Now it's my turn to fill a vacancy.
Okay, while we're on the subject of youth throwing their life away, I'm going to introduce and invite someone in who is not throwing their life away. However, they have thrown their seat away, so before I finish announcing their name, they better find the chair next door, or they're going to be standing here while we're doing this whole gimmick. All right, ladies and gentlemen, yes, that's you. Yes, go find a chair.
He's referring to you.
The youth of the nation, we are the youth of the nation.
For years, OCCW has reached out to the local schools, high schools, junior highs, even the colleges, as is evidenced by a Freak Beast and whatnot.
Is Asbury outlawed near school grounds?
It's questionable.
Well, that's
It'd probably be better if I'm not.
It depends on what school.
I got, I'm not allowed at Chapman University. I think I've made that perfectly clear. They have the Naked Mile gimmick, if you've heard of that. And, apparently you have to be enrolled at the school for some bullshit.
And it has to be when everyone else is doing
apparently,
it.
I misread a flyer. Thought it was open to everybody. It's college, man. It's crazy times.
He's trying to rock out with his...
and I thought it was perfectly fine.
Right?
What are you gonna do?
I don't know what that means, but...
What about the rest of the card? Did other matches
Well,
happen?
I was going to ask Ben to come in, but he's busy looking for a chair, so...
Real quick, I just want a big shout out. We had a lot of fans from all different organizations was there. We had 3PW there. We had D6. Of course, we had fans from...
Yeah, they drove their house all the way down from Barstow to come watch the show. I really appreciate you guys coming in.
Well, I mean, I figured since Walter White was there, they said we need to get somebody to get
that
our...
looks like somebody we need to speak to.
Yeah, I appreciate you bringing that up, Joe.
Hey,
Joe.
Man,
No,
that
because
crowd was there to see me specifically as their champion. You are welcome. That put at least 6, 7, 8 ticket sales
How many
in your
tickets did you
pocket.
actually sell?
And here on
Zero.
July, a lot. All the people came to see me. It counts.
Joey, you're right. I want to know that. I want GCF to know we appreciate them showing up and even defending their title there. 3PW as evidence with Tony Reyes and his being there. Destination 6 came in. We want to thank you for driving all the way down from Barstow.
The Lucha Pro fans were in the house.
And the Lucha Pro fans were in the house. And oddly enough, we had representatives from UEW here, one of which I want to call in right now. Ben, come on in. Ladies and gentlemen, Kennedy High School's own Ben. I don't know if you want to use your work name, or do you have a work name? No, because I don't have
Just
a
call
work
me
name.
Zero for some reason. Zero.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to call it a growing boy Zero. Share the microphone here. You can scoot in closer. I just moved the box out of it.
There we go, yeah.
All right.
There we go.
Geez, what the heck?
I mean, you're moving the box that got all your money in it from all your...
Oh, yeah, all the money you guys made me this weekend, huh?
All
right.
those yoga classes.
Yeah. Hey, what? Anyway, Ben, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I know it's you're up late on a school night, but it's not a school night because it's summertime, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, and
That's why he's here.
that's why he's here.
He said, I can stay up late.
All right.
It's all great to stay up late.
You
Fortnite, all that.
No Fortnite.
So
Thank
Okay,
God.
I'm sorry. Good. All right. Now I wanted to get you were at the show. You got to see all the matches, but I wanted specifically to get your opinion on the Mikey O'Shea versus Vinny
Ask him. You keep looking at me. That's the guy you want to talk to.
Big Vito.
Big Vito, right? VPOC, as it were. Tell us what you saw during that match. Take our fans at home and kind of tell them what the match was like.
So for the Mikey O'Shea and Vito, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It was quite interesting, and for me, I kind of don't remember much of it, but I can.
Well, were you
try.
high? Sorry. Go ahead.
those tacos.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Too close to
I know you weren't high. You weren't high. Go on. I know you rolled the window down on your way to the show. So go on. Sorry.
Didn't inhale.
Go ahead.
Didn't inhale.
Go ahead.
Well, I guess I can say that like it was an okay match, and
What do you mean it was an okay match?
It was okay for
Tell
what
us
it was.
what-
Yeah, Mike
buddy.
is typically okay for what it was.
Dickhead Piscina
Mike
here.
gets it. Mike gets it.
All right. I get it too.
yeah, is it okay? It was an okay match for me because
Oh,
like
I get it.
'cause I don't know what I was expecting, and plus like
But it was really good.
the way that the match
almost
was,
died.
it was for me. It felt like it was kind of predictable.
Yeah. Oh shit!
Hold on a second.
New writer for SoCal Uncensored, y'all. We got a new
staff
Hold
writer
on,
for
hold
SoCal
on.
Uncensored.
All right, hold
here.
on. Let me explain
Tell
something to you,
me.
young man. I didn't call you up here to give us a critique. I called you up here to give us a blow-by-blow of how the match went. All right? All right, let's try that again. So tell us how the match
shooting
went.
from the hip.
Tell us what you saw, okay?
Like, I don't remember what I saw.
Okay, very good. So why are you
What
here
do
today,
you think
man?
about our match? Hey, tell me about my
Tell
match.
me
while
about
I'm
the most
sitting right
important
here.
match of the night.
Yeah, what'd you think
Which
about
was,
the tag
which was us
team
beating the
title
hell
defense?
out of some Lucha Underground.
Who have
homie.
been on television, by the way.
Not predictable too.
No, that was.
I
not.
bet you were
Damn
surprised
right,
when we won,
damn
wasn't
right.
you? When we beat them guys at 30 seconds, people cracked their pants right in the front row.
Tell them why it wasn't
I knew
predictable.
it.
Tell them why it wasn't predictable. What
I have
happened?
never seen
What
people
happened
more
in the
shocked
first
in my
30 seconds of that
You
match?
bunch of unbelievers.
stop
You
it.
bunch of goddamn disbelievers. You didn't believe in me, and then we beat them, and the lightning struck, baby. The lightning and the thunder rolled over.
But I need Othello, and I need other people.
Yeah, no,
But what happened?
I need divine intervention in like 15
We don't need
minutes.
none of
But
this.
then
We
we
got
beat them
thunder
guys.
and lightning.
Very, very frightening, baby. We beat them in like 30
and you
seconds.
can't have the flash without the bang.
Wow. Go, you guys must have.
Okay, go ahead. Tell about the match.
Oh, you didn't know? Tell us, Zero.
Okay, so what happened in the first 30 seconds of that match? Pinfall. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
Bam.
there was.
There you go.
There was.
Bam.
And still
Bam.
champions. And it was over. It was done. But, this guy's like, oh, let's let him have two more. Let him have two more chances.
And then pinfall 2 out of 3. You guys still won.
Damn right. I'm still holding these belts.
That's right. And that's what happens. That's what happens when you are the true tag team champions of Orange County.
Oh, the world, man, the world. Any of these East Coast companies can fly out here and you can catch these hands.
Anybody
catch
that
these
wants some.
hands, New York. I will dead ass crack your shit, boy. I'm gonna whip your head, boy.
Hey, Ben, you see that screen there?
Come get
Yeah.
this
Try to
smoke.
stay on it. okay?
Yeah, I know.
All right.
I'm
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, don't
good.
tell Ben what to do. You're not his real daddy.
I was trying not to be overreactive
Yeah, Ben.
because of Azriel.
Okay, once again,
saying-
try to stay in the frame. There you go. Good.
Go
I know
for it.
you know.
It's hard when you're sitting next to all of this.
Yeah, yeah, you know.
He's trying to stay in a frame when he's sitting next to the main frame of OCW.
Okay. Ask him some more questions. I remember when I was 18 and I knew everything. So go, tell me all about our match and how we won it.
Tell me what you thought and what you remembered about it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's all I remember. Just you guys winning in the first 30 seconds.
Hell
winning
yeah!
more.
Well, that's the most important
Well,
part.
stop interrupting the boy. All right, let him talk. Okay, what
Tell
else?
your story.
Is that the only thing about the match that you remember?
Pretty much.
This is what I'm saying to people. At the end of the day, they don't want to know how. They just want to know who. And he punted a guy's balls like a football. You're welcome for teaching you that, by the way. It's just like I kicked Richie Slade right up in his goal post. Boom. I was like, BA, this is how you win matches. People grab, I don't know you, and you can't have my purse. Bam, and you kick him right in the nutsack. 1, 2, 3. And that is how, at the end of the day, Azrael always find a way. And then none of you believe in me, but there's egg on your face. Huevos.
All right. Well, since you don't
Tell us how proud you are of us.
you
Tell
know
us,
what?
tell us how you're proud of your tag team champions.
Let me tell you how proud I am. I am so proud of you guys that I'm thinking about actually doubling your pay.
Sounds like a deal to me.
Hey, money.
As long as you double your ticket sales.
I
Okay.
want to be paid more than anybody else on the card. Half that building was there to see us, like
I'm pretty
every
sure
other
I
time.
sold half of the most.
Yeah, you sold half
People
of
come
the
to see
most,
me
yeah.
that aren't even blood relatives of mine. Y'all better look into that.
All right. Since that's the only thing Ben seems to remember about the show, Ben, tell us why you're on today and what you came to talk about.
I am curious about that.
Well, I mean, the only reason why I came onto the show was to talk about the show, and I kind of starting to remember more about the show.
That a
All
boy.
right, well, tell us what you can remember.
When I remember the main event, Goose and Uberstud versus Vintage Dragon.
You know what? And that's a good topic to talk about.
All right, we're going to get to that in a minute. We have footage that we're going to run through that, okay?
Oh, that's
but what do you think of the match with Guy Cool and Cadillac, Chris Cadillac?
Oh, that was an interesting match.
That was the one that was for the GCF championship,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was all over the place where Chris Cadillac just started to want to mess things up and wanted to ruin it for Guy Cool and got the ref, just knocked out the ref and won it for himself. All right.
And that's what you need to do. That's why Chris Cadillac is my boy. Chris with a K, KK,
Chris.
Cadillac.
Let me clarify one thing. Chris Cadillac's name is CK.
Does he really?
Chris
I feel
Cadillac.
like that a wasted opportunity.
It's not.
What, man?
We're getting
love
close
Caddy.
to another disclaimer
Love
here.
Caddy.
Look, so tell us a little bit about your experience there. We didn't have the meatball sandwiches. Sadly, Mama Della O is doing an urban survival class. Yes, in case Fit hits the shan, Mama Della O is going to be able to take care of things. All right. So,
But let's talk about what we did have. We had some delicious tacos.
Thank you. We had a lot of new things. Eloy, is that how, am I saying his
Yes.
name right? I always feel like I'm talking about the race from the
Eloy
time machine, but
Hernandez.
no, Eloy Hernandez, great dude, just a fantastic, very professional, set up there. So usually I think taco guys are overrated. This time, this taco guy was down as brown, man. It was so good. The tacos were good.
They were delicious.
The quesadillas were good.
And let me tell you this: $2 a taco.
$2.
That was a quesadilla.
I'm telling you,
taco.
Dollar taco.
$1 a taco, $2 a quesadilla. Tell me where else you can find a bargain like that.
Costco.
And it actually be good.
TJ, that's about it. And if you want to go TJ, we also have a new DJ, DJ Jackal. Right, she was laying it down really well. She spun on the one, didn't miss a beat. She was on it, and she was just bringing it.
That we had a professional for once.
Okay, so want to give a shout out to DJ Jackal. I told her if she watched the show tonight, I don't know if she's watching right now, but congratulations on the new gig. She picked up another gig as well. I think she's working for GCF now.
All right.
Good job. Thank you and much love. Okay, go ahead.
I just want to give a shout out to some of our viewers.
Okay, sure, absolutely.
We got Havoc watching. We have DJ SoCal's watching. What's his name? Mike. They brings his two kids in.
Matuziak. Yeah. Hey, I saw him today. How you doing, Mike?
Alexandru. Andrew Gutierrez. Brandy Garvin. I think that's Tattoo Girl.
Yeah. Hi, Brandy Garvin. How are you?
Paul Stitz.
Paul Stitz. Happy birthday, Paul Stitz. I think it was yesterday, right?
Yeah, Marlon Miranda.
Marlon Miranda. That name sounds familiar. I don't know why I can't remember who that is. Who's that?
Also from D6W, my friend Marlon Miranda.
Which one was
Their
he? Was he the one
announcer.
with long hair?
No, he got short hair.
Jennifer Whitman.
Hi, Jennifer Whitman. Thank you for watching.
Gonzalez.
Tony Gonzalez, the football player?
No, just I think he's a Barstool guy. He's a
Okay.
our buddy Craig Williams.
Hey, Greg.
What up,
He said
Craig?
something I didn't want to say on that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Tornado.
You see,
Come on, man.
Mindy Hinojosa.
Love you, girl.
And we also have
Jessica Sky, I thought you weren't watching the show anymore.
Jamal.
Jamal. Hey, Jamal.
Hey, Jamal. See you on the
My best
28th,
friend in the
Jamal.
whole world.
And also B.A. Marcus's friend is watching too.
What friend
You
is
have
that?
friends? Which friend?
I can't say her name because you get this.
What up, young stuff?
Hey, motherfucker! Let me tell you something. Hey.
Why are you so much more flexible lately,
You know
by
what?
the
Let me
way?
give it. Huh?
He's been, much more flexible lately and very centered.
Yeah,
What's that all about?
You know what?
Have you
They're,
found yourself?
they're just trying to get my goat, baby. I love you, and I know what's up. These guys are clowns.
We're winning matches, getting our shots.
These guys don't have enough. I know.
He is wonderful at centering the chi. That's all it is. And my chi has been more centered than it ever has been.
Yeah. Slam ding dong.
So shout out to Yoga Star. Anybody that wants to take some yoga classes, that's a wonderful
Vintage
person.
Dragon is watching.
Hey.
Because you're welcome for keeping your ass out of jail.
Why'd you got to do that for, by the way? You make some mistakes periodically.
I don't like to agree with this man very often. But I am going to have to. I would have let him go. In fact, I did let him go. I stepped aside, and you just had to get in the way.
Because
you're a nice man, B.A. Marcus Frey, and it's one of the things I don't like about you.
Taking the title off of Vintage, I want it to be in that ring. I don't want it to be because he couldn't make the next appearance because he's in jail for the next 30 to 60 days.
It's
too many. That's what I'm saying. I will never let.
He fell on the way in.
No, man. What are you talking about, bro? You know the hood. That's the way.
Right, but there was enough people there that ain't down with the hood. That ain't down with OCCW like that. I ain't got that kind of time.
All I'm saying is that we would have killed two birds with one stone.
Literally.
You know?
Could have got our belt back, without having to worry about it no more.
Would have been killed. That's for sure.
Daisy, is it Daisy Navia?
Yeah.
Okay, how you doing, Daisy Navia? She's kind of new to the whole OCCW experience. I want to say hi. She's been very supportive and very active, both on our podcast and at the show. I mean, she didn't make it to the last show. Hope you can make it to the next one, and we're going to give an announcement later on as to when that is. In fact, I'm going to make it right now. I'm going to make the announcement right now. No, I'm not. I'm going to make it in a minute.
Wait, Jamal saying he wasn't going to kill him.
Yeah, Jamal, you're probably right, Jamal. He probably wasn't. And even if he had, I mean, would anybody have missed him?
That's no way to speak about your champion.
No, I meant anyway.
Oh, okay.
So if you guys don't know what we're talking about, and I don't think everybody does, there's a certain show that used to be on the free admission channel. It was called something or other zone.
The guy from Bully Zone don't like Vintage Dragon.
It talks a bunch of smack, and then doesn't understand why someone was who you've talked smack online, on social media, didn't understand why. Vintage Dragon took exception to it, and when Vintage Dragon and thought it would be okay to sit ringside, and not in the spirit of a wrestling fan, you suck or boo or whatever, but in the spirit of someone who wants to be in the business but wants to act like a fan when it suits him, wanted to talk shit. He couldn't understand why Vintage Dragon got pissed off, got in his face, and wanted to knock him out.
Oh, I get it. I wanted to see some shit happen.
I
was like, let him go.
He said winter is coming.
Winter is coming. Who said that? Did he really? He did not really say that.
Step up to the dragon.
That did not get said.
That's it.
Winters is coming. I saw a show about that.
BA should join Sean Black Panthers at UEW.
You need a friend, without, if you had somebody having your back, maybe Carnage wouldn't hit it with a chair or
that
something.
Guy's nobody's friend. So, okay, look, you saved a life that night. BA saved a life that night. Yeah.
Everybody gets one.
That's your Spider-Man save. You're like, hey, everybody gets one.
Everybody gets one.
So that's it. So that's what they're talking about. Our friend here, B.A. Marcus Frey, in a show of real human compassion, restrained Vintage Dragon while the rest of us,
B.A. Marcus Frey.
To be honest, just kind of stepped back and said, "All right."
I was screaming, "World Star!"
we were all fumbling for our cell phones,
I had my
and the
phone
BA was the only one who stepped
Here's
up.
the thing. They say I'm bad at making friends, and I'm bad at making friends on stuff like that, too. Everybody else wanted to see a fight. I'm the one that stopped it.
Bad at making fights?
I'm the bad guy.
Right? All right, so I guess hats off.
But when it came time, you came through and you punted Mariachi right in the balls, just like I taught you. You know what I mean? So when it matters, B.A. Marcus Frey is there for me. I appreciate all that.
Okay, now I want to get to the main event of the evening, the second main event of the evening. So,
you better change that.
Co-main event.
Yeah, we got the real belts. Right?
Vintage Dragon versus Gusten Uberstude. Now this was to be a no disqualification, falls count anywhere match, where this is going to be Gusten's last shot at Vintage Dragon. Vintage has been able to manipulate and control and distort the rules, lie, cheat, and steal, for lack of a better term. But worse than that, absolutely just... It's one thing to not like thugs. It's another thing to not like lawyers. I mean, granted, do we all know thugs that have thugs in our lives that we like? Probably. Do we have a lot of lawyers in our lives that we like?
Nope.
No. So that's kind of that kind of thing. Dancing through loopholes.
You're making me some money.
Pulling strings, exactly. And so let's talk about this match. Ben, you saw this match. You saw the match going back and forth. Tell us a little bit about what you saw, and we'll chime back in.
Well, so what I saw at the beginning was that it was Gustin and Vintage going at it, and they eventually take it out to the ring, bring some items in, and just start going at it again. That's when they go back into the ring, and some of the Lucha Pro guys and some of the OCCW guys come in and pull each other off and take each other to the back.
Okay, let's break this down a little bit cleaner. So as the match was going on, the first to interfere was Freddie Flores, trying to give the upper hand to Vintage Dragon, right? Trying to interfere in the match. Out comes, from their earlier match, out comes Drew, gets Drew Masters and gets, was able to neutralize and fend off the efforts of Freddie Flores. The match continues, right? Go ahead.
Yeah. And then Gustin and Vintage keep going at it, and then there was a second interference a little bit after that. I forgot who was the second interference.
I believe Vito.
Was it Vito?
Vito came out next. Oh no, he came out last. Next, it was Alexander Vega, right? And out comes we had all our bases covered. We did. Chris Camacho, boom, on him like a cheap suit, keeping him out of the action. Boom, Lucha Pro so far nullified. The title's getting closer and closer back home. Match goes on. It's going back and forth. Gustin's finally getting the upper hand and really putting it to Dragon. Out comes V-Pac, right? Mm-hmm. But who comes in to save the day?
Mikey O'Shea, right?
Very good, yeah.
Yeah, the Irish Juggernaut, see? And then Mikey O'Shea came out and cleaned house.
He cleaned house. He laid those fools
out. He came in like a wrecking ball.
I never hit so hard at all. Yeah, it was like a bowling ball going through a bunch of 8 pins. 8 pins?
Yeah.
All right.
I like seeing that.
And I noticed you guys were nowhere to be found.
Man, I got hit in the head like 10 minutes before that. Kicked in my face.
I ain't got time for that.
We're drinking Henny and gin and juice. I ain't in no condition to go back out there.
I was waiting for Gustin to be able to win his match so he could join in our celebration.
All right, before we go any further.
Do we like Gustin Ubers too? I mean, I like him. I like him.
Absolutely makes a lot of money for me.
I would like him if he could get the goddamn job done.
Okay, we're going to get to that. Robert, roll the rest of the video of that match, and then we'll let the fans at home see exactly what went down there.
Dynamite commentary, by the way, Ben.
Thank you.
Okay, so
do we narrate
the beginning of the
match.
Hear us? Yeah, I don't know. Can they hear us, Robert? Oh, here we go. Can they hear everything? Can they hear us talking, Rob? Okay, and they can hear the sound from the. Okay, so there he is, man. You know what? I don't like too many things about Vintage Dragon, but that hair is that's some hair. You know what I'm saying?
Phenomenal.
There you go. Get on my side. My people. Hey, everybody.
A lot of people.
That's my side of the crowd.
No bones about it.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, it's Vintage Dragon.
Down to own Orange County.
Clearly the other side of the building here for Thunder and Lightning.
What did he do? Oh yeah. Yeah, so that's what we were talking about. Can we move it a little bit forward, Robert? Just to
Maybe a highlight package of some kind.
Okay, this is good. This is good. So the match is continuing. Wait.
There it is.
Did you move it at all?
Wait, Vintage named it the Dragon Weight, right?
The Dragon Weight, which is like dragging your weight.
Dragons aren't even real. They don't weigh nothing.
Hey, look
He's
at that
some kind of
handsome
psycho.
devil with a new hat. Sorry.
Who said yummy? Lakers color.
No, that's art. Yeah. Hey, can you move that forward a little bit to where we're in the match? I'm watching our viewership plummet as we go through.
There's
all
the
this.
kids from the jiu-jitsu class.
Yes.
There's Goose and Uber's dude's finest feature. Boy, get your best side on camera there, Goose.
You know, I've been looking for spandex suspenders my whole life, and I'm gonna have to get the address.
Just ask Houston.
Robert, can you?
They're gonna
put it to the
fight
middle of the
eventually.
match
I
then?
swear to God. Oh, it's getting dark fast.
Clearly,
Dear God.
clearly, we're at the point in the match where Gustin is just putting a whooping on Vintage Dragon.
I mean, he's doing his job. He's doing what he should be doing, which is beating the hell out of what do you call a dragon with no wings and no legs?
A lizard.
There you go. So he beat the hell out of that snake.
I'm gonna call him a snake with all of his legal maneuverings.
And he should have put him away, but he wanted to sit there and make him look like a fool, beating him with banana peels.
Yeah, that was a bit odd. I've never seen a banana well, I shouldn't say never, but I seldom see a banana peel being employed as a weapon.
Well, that's the one thing that Bruce Lee does is he pulls out some of the stops that you didn't even know were there.
Yeah, some weirdness.
And you just see
He does have a lot of weirdness.
the vintage
Who wears
back, just
suspenders?
all glossy from the asphalt.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd be having a better time if you would have pinned him.
Just pin him, man. Pin
Okay,
him.
spoilers. Let's move. Thanks, guys.
He's
Let's
had like
move it towards
47 attempts.
There we go.
There we go. First interference.
Oh, you're a bastard.
And since this is no DQ, it's happening right in front of the
Oh,
ref.
Camacho,
There's
that
Camacho,
boy. There we
right?
go.
Showing he knows where his bread is buttered. Coming out, fighting him off, taking it back. Yes, that's right. Let's keep the action going. Let's keep it in the ring between the two combatants, right? And you and I both know that, all three of us, all four of us here, and everyone
Here's the thing he does. Oh, Jesus, Goosten. You've seen that 8 times. Get out of the way, man.
Yes, it's some great athleticism, but damn it, do we have to stand there in awe and watch him kick us in
Every
the chest?
goddamn time.
To be fair, this is a back and forth battle. You're catching your breath. You don't see things too clearly. You know this. So as the match is going on, it looks like once again it's a no DQ match. Those headbutts are being allowed to go, and it looks like Vintage may be the worst for wear after setting him up for a cover. There's a count 1, 2, and a quick a near 3 count, near fall for a Vintage Dragon.
And let me point this out. Luis Tapia did a bang-up job as the referee in this match.
Yeah.
Even with it being a no disqualification, he still tried to keep as much order as he could.
Yeah, you know what? It's not easy, especially when we're in an open space like that. It's not just outdoors; it's open. If you look at the neighborhood, and those guys could have come at him from any angle. They didn't just have to come from the back, right? They could have come from the friggin' the seesaw across the street at the park.
There were so many near counts.
Yeah, a lot of near falls. A lot of people forget that the actual goal of a wrestling match is to pin the opponent. While they're busy doing their Michinoku drivers and whatnot off the top rope, right?
Yeah.
Try to finish the guy. That's the idea.
Most dangerous move in wrestling, the lateral press right there. That's how you win, baby.
All right,
Because we
Goosten.
don't have time for Canadian destroyers.
I don't have time for all that. I don't believe in Canada. I'm an American, by God.
I mean,
We use the atomic drop here in America.
actually destroyed, and maybe
The White House? I don't know.
Canada can't win no war.
Canada's not stupid enough to get in war with everybody who comes up the street and says something bad.
That's why they don't win the Olympics.
They win hockey, though.
Not basketball. Basketball's the one that matters.
Basketball's the one that matters.
Basketball's the only one that matters.
Is it?
baby.
But Canada always wins at hockey.
Nobody cares about it. Oh, they're both knocked out.
All right, now we have a double down here, right? We have a double clothesline. Both men are hurt. Both men.
Curse you.
And, I only got to see bits and pieces of this match because I was looking out for those guys interfering. And look, we already had Flores come in.
we had Flores, we had Vega run in.
Doesn't Vito come in later?
See, the people say this is awesome. The crowd liked it. That's what matters. We're customer friendly here. I see Joe Gonzalez. We're bringing people together. In the dark, then something. There you go. The European uppercut, the finest uppercut.
And, it looks like it really took a toll as Dragon went straight down to his backside.
I mean, yeah. At one point, you had Houston stuck down in the bottom turnbuckle, so now he turned the tide.
Turn the
So
tide.
they say.
Seems
gave
like it's
him a
going this
little
way.
There you go. There's your
Yummy,
just
yummy.
desserts.
I've been on the other end of that. There's nothing yummy about it.
I've had weirder stuff done to me. Count Louise? God damn it. Do you want to stay employed or don't you?
All I want is honest refereeing at this point. But yeah, you know what? He was a little late getting over there.
I'm gonna bust Luis down to reffing Little League games if you don't quit messing up like this.
Send him back to Foot Locker where he got that shirt.
Yeah.
Fireman's carry to
No, dear Lord.
See, it looks like it's it for Goosen, but Goosen, you know, he may be a little bit cheeky, but he's definitely got the heart of a lion. Yeah, he doesn't look. What your words were? He's a lot tougher than he looks.
He's harder to take down than the Berlin Wall. By God, he's still standing.
I tried to break down the cage like the Berlin Wall with his face, and he's still in.
He's still here. He's tough. And you know, Goosen's always hard. He's hard in that ring.
Hard?
He's very hard. You ever hit him?
No.
He likes being hard.
He's hard.
He likes being in that ring.
Hard. Damn it, Luis. Try harder, Luis. And then you uno, dos, tres.
And another cover by Vintage Dragon.
No!
That looked like a 3 count.
That was 2 9/10.
Yeah.
And he called it straight down the middle.
He did.
That's
Which is
that you can't
odd, especially a couple weeks ago, he tried to interfere on Chris Camacho's behalf.
You know, I feel like no matter what, even though Luis has a little bit more in this than others, he still can be professional.
Yeah, that's true.
He still calls it down the middle.
He takes the referee in very seriously.
Yeah, as he should.
Curse his eyes. I'm like, I need a 3 count, Luis.
Tried to go for that.
That'll teach you. There's Vince.
Turned him into the ground like a what do they call that? A rototiller.
Finally, something original.
And this should be it right here.
Oh, what? Mind your business,
There's
Vito.
Vito. Pepperoni getting in the ring.
Hey, he struck an official.
You know,
We need to fire Vito.
And here he is.
Didn't get enough from earlier. Had to get in there and start messing with somebody else's match.
Between the ropes.
Atta boy, Mike.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dude, I never get tired of seeing that
A little
move.
bit more.
Ah, damn it.
I do get tired of seeing that one though.
Atta boy, Camacho.
And Camacho, boom, not having it.
Lay up
not
the
having
smacketh
it.
down on his candy
And of
ass,
course,
Camacho.
you can't trust La Raza not to mind their own business, right? Here's Drew Masters coming to us. Drew, yes, there we go.
There you go.
Oh, beautiful.
What a nice side effect.
Flores is so handsome.
He's devastatingly mean.
And he loves America. Look at that left arm.
That's Puerto Rico. But of course, depending on who you ask, Puerto
yeah.
Rico is part of America. But if you ask Donald Trump, it's not.
Puerto Rico's run by a corrupt tyrant. Wait a minute. Oh, what is happening?
Oh, we got everyone all outside the ring. He's going crazy. And
That'll teach you
a
fools.
flying reverse shooting star. A flying dragon, yeah.
They call it tope con hilo, John. Tope con hilo. Head over heels, John.
Yes.
Con hilo.
This Spanish lesson has been brought to you by
Yes.
Azrael.
Okay, now look at
what
this.
the
Is what
hell
I'm
is he
talking about.
doing?
Okay, remember I said this is a no DQ. He's putting handcuffs on.
Why do we always
He's
have handcuffs?
handcuffing himself to
Cut
the
his
post.
arms off.
Literally.
Hack off his damn arms and pin him.
Well, these guys are still brawling outside the ring.
Somebody fetch a
Right.
hacksaw.
Fetch a hacksaw. The problem is we couldn't get to the hacksaw in time before they made the 10
Atta
count.
boy, Mike. Beat his ass. Beat his
Hack
ass,
it away
Mike.
at him. There you go. Give him them forearms.
The
And
hell
then
with
try
you,
to put
Flores.
another hole in the wall.
Yeah, another hole in the wall.
Don't be a champ. Defend your championship.
Jamal, cut off his arm. Cut off his arm.
Well, 10 count is not a disqualification. A count out is a count out is a count out.
That's right. Ow.
Yeah, I was actually one of those confused people.
Well, you still are, but that's okay.
Hey, we should make this note. Falls count anywhere.
He wouldn't even be able to pin him.
Is he
because
biting him?
He's trying to get.
God damn it, Goostin cut off his arms.
There you go.
No, and Goostin gets screwed again. Technicalities.
So there you have it.
Luis, what are you doing, Luis?
Well, I mean, he heard the rules clear as day. No disqualification, but there still is count out.
Check this out. You have no honor. No honor. No, but I got brains, baby. I think I forgot my key, though. I think I forgot
I
my
think I lost the key though.
Stay there. Hey, boys. Hello. Little help here.
Again, the match had a finish in the ring.
Key.
There is a count out.
Key.
Therefore,
Brought the key, right? I didn't bring the key. What key? What key?
Oh, come on. That's more than a little cowardly, don't you think, John?
I
Man
think that's
handcuffs himself
down-
to a pole to avoid losing a championship.
Downright dastardly. I mean, I've seen cowardice in wrestling. I mean, heck, it's pro wrestling. I think that goes beyond anything I can imagine. This is Four Horsemen bad. You know what I mean? This is unbelievable.
Well, I mean, he made sure he wore the right color tights that night because he was a little yellow.
Okay, Robert, you can kill it. Thanks.
He is stuck. Cut off the arms and let's have a finish.
Okay, so folks,
You need
there
to
you
read
have
these
it.
contracts
Yankee
more
Doodle
carefully.
damage. Not only was the title damaged, but the reputation of Vintage Dragon was damaged by none other than Vintage Dragon. Ben, any comments on the show?
The last match for Goostin and Vintage shouldn't have done that. He shouldn't. He should have kept his reputation high and battled it out in the ring.
It's showing you the cowardice ways of Lucha Pro, though. I mean, if that's how they do things, if that's how he's representing our title, we got to figure something out.
You guys got to get it back.
We gotta put him in a situation where he cannot get away with stuff like this.
Right.
It's got to be either lumberjack, cage match.
Gotta lock him up in a cage.
Something to where there is no
Big
way for him
cage.
to get away from being in that squared circle.
And all these other jackasses running in all the time. We need to do something about that.
We will. We're working on it. All right, I want to thank Ben for coming out.
No problem.
Wish you good luck on the upcoming school year. You're going to be a senior this year?
Junior, actually.
A junior at Kennedy High School. Well, good luck to you. Have a great rest of your summer, and thanks for coming down.
I learned a lot from you today, kid. Thank you.
Stay in school.
Yeah,
Mind
stop
your
it.
parents.
Don't eat paint chips. All right.
What was your favorite match that you saw on the show?
Bye.
I don't remember.
No, I didn't ask you, Joe. Or Joe, wait, the
I
boss.
said goodbye to him.
I want to know what his favorite match was before he leaves.
All right, what's your favorite
Running, probably.
Okay, I have two favorite matches.
Nope, pick
First
one.
of all, B.A. Marcus and Azrael's.
Yeah.
I mean, there really isn't
Yeah, we're
another
popular
one.
with the
After
kids.
that, this is obviously the second rung match that he's naming after that.
Yep.
Because
No,
this
distant
is
second.
always going to be number one.
And then Goostin versus Vintage. Because I want to see on how that continues on.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully the continuation is us finally getting our title back. Because I'm really tired of him. At this point, he's going to spray paint something on that title. Like it's ridiculous. We got to figure out a way to make sure that the OCC. I'm not calling it Dragon Weight because there's no such
That's
thing
stupid.
as Dragon Weight.
That's a stupid
It's a
name.
heavyweight title.
It is the OCCW Heavyweight Champion.
Dragons
That's
don't weigh
damn
nothing.
right.
Period.
Not even
Period.
real.
All right, thank you, Ben. Have a good night.
You too.
That's
Nice
the future
kid.
of America.
That's the future of America, right?
You're welcome.
You know what? I went to his high school because he has a podcast there. That campus is beautiful. Beautiful campus. Go down. So I can
Were
breathe
you looking
again.
at the campus or the teachers?
I'm looking at the campus, fool. All right. Jeez.
This is not like Anaheim High School. It's like a prison yard there, man. They got barbed wire on the fence and whatnot.
Or
You know, but
Century High?
there was
Oh my God.
Century's like working out in the
Penitentiary
yard, man. You
Yeah.
see Century? Good lord.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, Century High School was supposed to be a jail before they.
Oh,
Okay, that's why it
Well,
looks
that
like
That's why it looks
that.
like a jail?
That's why it's built.
A penitentiary,
It's
okay.
totally built like a prison.
All of their teachers are also trained to be correctional officers.
All Okay, I want to take this opportunity to announce August 17th.
I thought we were going to say a prayer. I thought you were going to take this moment.
August 17th here at the Della O Training Center. We have Last Stand. That's a night of professional wrestling here at the Della O Training Center. Last Stand. OCCW versus Lucha Pro. We'll have more details. That's August 17th. That's a Saturday night. I'll have more details in the weeks to come. Stay tuned to the Royal Ramble, Mats and Marks, and OCCW's Facebook and Instagram page for further details. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's see. You have a timer on your phone, yeah? Because I left my timer downstairs.
It's like 10:10.
Not a clock,
10:10.
just a timer. Do you have a timer?
No, not really.
No? Okay.
I mean, every phone has a timer.
Yeah, I don't know how to use mine.
And this Saturday, you can see 3PW.
Okay.
Yeah, you probably can't see this flyer, but you can see 3PW in full size. Or you can come to D6W at 235 Main Street in Barstow and see your boy Azrael versus Johnny Suave in a steel cage in the gates of hell.
D6 champion house.
And I'm walking out with it because at the end of the day, I always find a way.
Are you walking out with it? Are you
and I'm
sure?
going to be locked in a steel cage where can't nobody come in to interfere. That's critical to my success.
How far are you going to get to walk with that title? Because I have yet to see
Well, I don't
with
put down the security deposit. I'm not like a millionaire. I don't have the credit score for that
What,
kind
are
of
they afraid
thing.
someone's
Take
gonna
the
just
belt.
run off with
They
it?
don't trust everybody,
Someone's gonna
man.
just take the
They ain't
belt
got
and run off with
reason.
it?
They ain't got
Who would
reason
do
to trust.
that?
They don't just got
Who would
reason
do
to
that?
trust everybody.
Well,
man.
and
You
you
know
can go-
wrestlers.
you can
Wrestlers
go
always
see that,
stealing things.
or you can save your time and not waste it and come on July 28th, Sunday, right here at the De La O Jiu-Jitsu Center, where I will be taking on another sorry sucker-ass member of Divine Intervention.
I don't think I like the sound of that at all. I think I'm going to be there
days-
too to
their
find out
days
how
are
that
numbered.
goes.
Their days are numbered. So
All right. We've come to the portion of the show known as topics. This is where I will put a topic out. The boys will have 1 minute to comment on it, and we will all get to decide, which side we choose. All right? You guys ready? Joey, you're going to be up for this as well. All right? All right. We have 4 topics tonight.
Ooh.
Well, and we'll probably get to 3 of them. All right? 2 of them I know you're going to want to talk about. 1 of them probably not. All right? But we're going to do it anyway. So
custom matches.
What
All my matches are custom matches. You got to listen to the people and give them what they want, baby.
I'm going to start with Azrael here, okay, for this topic. Our first topic is David Arquette. Ladies and gentlemen, David Arquette. Azrael, go.
Clearly the worst WCW champion of all time, one of the biggest mistakes of all time. They're trying to appeal to a larger fan base. You always try to get like the star of a movie or whatever, but not in the role of champion, because then you've devalued your belt down into the toilet, which WCW had done at that point. They had bounced it around, I believe, 8 times in the months preceding that was the statistic on that one. David Arquette still in wrestling. He loves wrestling. He's been in death matches. I think he was against Nick Cage most recently and almost bled to death. But as WCW champion, it was a bad idea, one of many bad ideas by Eric Bischoff, who's now, in charge of SmackDown for some reason. Because they were trying to get people like the Kiss Demon on, because get Kiss fans. They wanted to promote a movie, but there's other ways to promote a movie instead of completely devaluing your championship belt to somebody who's not trained at all. What else did they have? They had the No Limit Soldiers on and expected them to get cheered in the middle of goddamn Alabama against the West Texas Rednecks, and were surprised, why are the country people cheering the country people against Master P? And they were getting ready to lynch Master P.
Okay, now how do you get it to stop beeping? That's David Arquette. Stop. Okay. Stop. Okay. Are you ready? You have 1 minute, B.A. Marcus Ray.
Yeah.
Tell us about David Arquette.
I mean, 1 minute is a long time. One minute. 1 minute is about as long as his title reign should have been.
You could sum up his whole movie career in 1
I mean,
minute.
you really can. Do you want to watch him fighting giant spiders and other stupid things, or do you want to watch him take a world heavyweight championship and take all the value away from it? I mean, everything with him was like a horror movie, but you watched it unfold in the middle of a squared circle. Now, it's great to have celebrities that are huge fans of wrestling. But putting a title on David Arquette is just as bad as putting a microphone in the hand of Lance Winters. Like, it's a terrible idea. Like, you just can't do it. It's something that you just never want to do, and you shouldn't do, and you should turn and walk away from that idea. Like, I there's no other way to put it. So David Arquette almost ruined wrestling for me as a wrestling fan as a kid, and I can't believe he's still doing it.
All right. Joey, you want to weigh in on this?
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right, you got 1 minute. I'm just gonna tell you when you got a minute left.
Okay.
Ready? David Arquette, Joey the Bull.
David Arquette, stick with movies. I like to see maybe be the new guy of the Naked Gun series. You're pretty funny. You can do that. Wrestling, no chance, brother. I'd rather see Macaulay Culkin or no, the kid from Home Alone with his little bunny ears jump in the ring.
That's Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, him, than you, David Arquette. Much as I've seen that guy on YouTube, don't really dig it. I mean, just because he's famous, everybody's cheering for him and kissing his ass. Have that.
No.
Yeah. How much time do I got?
You got 30 seconds.
Oh, yeah. And
God
David
bless America.
Arquette, God bless America. God bless OCCW. And God bless our tag team.
That a boy, Joey. Do something useful with
Damn right. And that's how you close out your segment.
Raining. Every segment ends like that. God bless us.
Okay, you still have 10 seconds, Joe.
You're welcome.
And I love my wife. That's all it takes. 10
Attaboy.
seconds.
Let's go, King.
She's like, well, he's done better things in 10 seconds.
All right. This next topic I know you guys wanted to comment on. We will start with you because you have the strongest opinions about such things. Finn Balor / The Demon on Monday Night Raw. And go.
The one thing that I can say about Finn Balor the Demon is that if he would have actually stayed the Demon, it would have been entertaining. But the fact that this man pulls it out of his back pocket and thinks that this is something that's going to get him over, you know what's going to get you over? Those 2 months of being gone. Can't wait for you to take that vacation because it's going to probably save your career. I know it's going to save your body. But your career right now is plummeting. And the one thing that's going to save your career before you leave is going up against my boy, Mr. Bray Wyatt. I can't wait for that match because I feel like that man is the epitome of what you should have been. When you did the Demon, that was something entertaining. That was something that, yes, you could have done it once in a while and made it make sense if you would have stuck with it. But then you had to walk around with a leather jacket thinking you're a badass, talking about, I'm the club leader, Mr. Finn Balor. Get out of here. You're trash.
Very good. All right. Not bad. Well done, B.A. Marcus Frey. Azrael, you are up. Finn Balor, the Demon. Go.
I like Finn Balor a lot better as the Demon, but they haven't been going with that. They had him running with the fake Bullet Club gimmick, the Balor Club, because they're desperate to piggy it back off of the New Japan Bullet Club. They have the club with AJ Styles and the Good Brothers, Anderson and Gallows. They're doing everything they can to look like New Japan, but they're not New Japan. It doesn't appeal to their fan base. But I think if you put the Demon gimmick on Finn Balor, I don't know why he doesn't do it on the biggest stage of all. He's done it lots of other times. Like, I know it takes time, but you've got like the full prop department of the greatest company in the world at your disposal. He should have been doing that. It's probably like the worst thing to go up to Vince McMahon and say, hey, I need 2 months off to like recharge my batteries, because like he's gonna come back painted as like the millennial, like I need my safe space type thing. He's wearing a little leather jacket and that's gonna screw him over. And this is like the third era of Bray Wyatt being the best thing on their television, so I think this is the best for Bray Wyatt. He's the new face of fear, so him having the mask makes a lot of sense to me. I love the lighting on the segment. More of that.
Very good.
One thing I have to say though before we move on, I really truly feel like the Demon is going to get killed. Like I think that him asking for those 2 months off is going to kill the Demon, because really, if you think about it, when is he going to bring it back? SummerSlam. That would be the big stage to bring it back to go up against Bray Wyatt, and Bray Wyatt is going to kill the Demon.
Yeah, I think they just feed it to him.
That's it. So
I really think so.
Yeah, I think so. That'd be the way to go.
That'd be the way to go.
Because they're going to bring him back in 2 months and have him tag up with AJ and the other guys and be like, we're New Japan, but not really,
so
but we have the stuff the New Japan
has. Now the club is back. Now
remember,
it's not just
remember
the
like
Balor
6
Club.
years ago? Yeah, me too. Too
But
sweet. The
we're
NWO
the
did it
only
better
ones that
anyway.
can still say too sweet. Yay.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, Joey, you want to weigh in on this?
Yeah, give me that.
All right, you have 1 minute.
Okay.
1 minute, not 18 seconds. 1 minute. Ready?
Think of it as running on the treadmill. You got
of it-
1 minute. Let's
think of
go.
it-
Think about baseball. Try to
Power it
last.
out.
Think of it as doing it 3 times in one night. Ready? Go.
Finn Bella. Loved it last night. Crowd was going crazy. Putting your arms up in the air when everybody's then your music cuts off. Really slow. Lights turn off one by one. Total darkness. Guess who comes out? Yowie Wowie. Destroying your little ass. Get rid of your little tiny little shorts. I hate those damn shorts. Those tiny little shorts. And I think when he's going to be gone for those 2 months, I think he's finally going to grow out his hair. Maybe get a better look. Change his look around because those tiny shorts ain't working for him. Because really tiny. And yeah, I'm waiting for our boy, Mr. Yowie Wowie, to end his career.
You got 20 seconds, Joe.
And once again, God bless
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to apologize on behalf of the
Yes.
Royal
It's
Ramble.
never going to get old.
God bless
Your
you.
tag team
Let's
champion.
keep going
That's
with
what
Joey
we
Ramble.
do.
We
Give
still have
give it to him every time.
This is
Give
the last
him a
topic.
minute and
This is the
30
last time I'm
seconds.
gonna ask
So
him.
that-
This is the
so
last
that-
time.
5 minutes.
All right, I'm not even going to ask him on the next topic.
No, you got to because I want to hear it one more time.
No,
God bless your OCCW Tag Team Champions of the World.
All right. This is the last topic, and then we're getting news that we're getting a call from Vintage Dragon again. He wants to go live with us or something.
Because
like
he keeps wanting to do this Tuesday night challenge thing. It's ridiculous.
How many times can you beat up Camacho?
Exactly. How many times you gonna throw that kid in the ring and whoop his ass?
No, all right, before we take his call, I want to do this last topic. All right, let's talk a little bit about Fight for the Fallen. All right, did anybody get a chance to see that this
I
weekend?
didn't really see the whole thing. I'll talk about it though. I don't
How
give
about
a
Extreme
damn.
Rules? Did you guys watch Extreme
I
Rules?
saw that. I saw all of that.
Let's
I
talk
liked
about Extreme
He'll
Rules.
know more about this weekend than I did.
Azrael, go.
Yeah, Extreme Rules. I liked it a lot. People hate that Brock Lesnar came out, but look, there's some full circle to that. Seth Rollins cashed it in on him 3 years ago at WrestleMania, so right back at you, buddy. You know, right in front of you and your little girlfriend. Becky Lynch got dropped on her head by Baron Corbin, which I always appreciate because I love violence against women on the show. The more the better, I would say. They had Seth written on Lacey Evans' ass, so like she's like the real woman, like the one that you kind of want. Becky Lynch is kind of like the hassle chick that gets you in trouble all the time, and you know things that you got to make her a sandwich and like not like cheat on her or whatever. And you know what? Them kind of chicks ain't going nowhere, Becky Lynch. You need to know your role. You know, so they're gonna come out. The whole show was good. I liked the Aleister Black versus Cesaro in the opening match. That was one of the better ones, technically speaking. Aleister Black told a really good story. It was one of the best matches. They have a good in-ring product going, and I was struck by how good the WWE in-ring product is. Sorry, it's not drawing more fans. They need different stories, something to catch people's attention. A lot of people aren't going to like Brock Lesnar, and you know, but the president does.
The president likes Brock Lesnar?
Of course he does. Look at him, baby. He gonna whip that Kofi Kingston. Sorry, Kofi.
My name's not Kofi.
All right.
I'm sorry, baby.
Good turn,
I'm
man.
sorry.
Extreme Rules. BA, Marcus Frey. 1 minute on the clock and go.
Yeah, I'll talk about Aryan rules. Why not? I mean, it was kind of ridiculous. It was. I mean, he gets to say whatever he wants. Why can't I? I mean, we might as well go there.
How
The
high
Third
is the
Reich
bar,
was running
man?
Extreme Rules. I mean, it was pretty ridiculous. Yeah, you throw the title back on Brock Lesnar. Great, good job.
We're trying to
for
make
you.
money.
I mean, who's making money though? Because every chance that they get, they mention the UFC. So is now WWE UFC working for UFC? Is that what we're doing now? Like you were working for KFC 1 minute, now you're working for UFC. You know, like it becomes ridiculous. You keep throwing the title on this guy that is a part-time champion. He's not even a part-time champion. He's a part-time wrestler. Like, so you keep throwing the title on him for what? So he can fulfill his obligation? How about you fulfill your obligation and actually wrestle, not run in for 30 seconds of a night?
There you have it, folks, and that has been.
Oh wait, I thought you were gonna ask me.
Oh well,
I think he actually watched Extreme
Rules. Are you gonna walk for a whole minute?
So he might actually be able to walk and talk for a whole minute.
Extreme Rules, Joey the Bull, and go.
Yeah, once again, thank you, Brian Chastity. Listen to Joey the Bull is just like listening to Morgan Freeman. Thank you very much. Extreme Rules, Bobby Lashley, Braun Strowman. Awesome match. I mean, total extreme, going through walls, going through whatever you can think of, beating the living shit out of each other. I dig it. Samoan Joe, unfortunately.
Samoa Joe, not Samoan Joe.
Whoever, Samoan.
That's like Mexican Joe.
Who else? I love the fact that Becky Lynch got knocked out. I mean,
know your role.
You know, I mean, I'm not saying to, you know, she's the man.
Stop.
She wants to go against
the views and opinions of Azrael are the
What?
views and opinions of
What?
Azrael himself.
I was
They
waiting
do
for
not
that disclaimer.
represent the views and opinions of the Royal Ramble, Orange County Championship Wrestling, or the Free Admission Channel, or anyone else with any sense in their head. Continue, Joey the Bull.
I love women.
Brock Lesnar winning the title? No, I knew it was going to happen. I was waiting for it.
It seems like everyone knew that. Keep going. You got 20 seconds.
And once again, God bless America.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go live to the Tuesday night. We're gonna go live to the Tuesday night challenge. Producer Robert, are you ready to go? Here we go. We have Big Vib and Chris Camacho.
I mean, Camacho trying to look a little swollen there. Still not on that level though. Keep eating your fruits and vegetables and drinking your juice.
The 1950s era refrigeration. Come on, Chris. Give me some. What you got?
There you go. Hey, that's where you beat him is with the speed. Come on, man. That's what I'm talking about. The little tilt to work.
Big sponsor. Bulldog. Camacho's got the upper hand here. He's really putting it on the big man.
Yeah, I can't get too excited because he's disappointed us before.
That hardly seems fair.
Which one of us is undefeated?
This is how we do it!
I mean, look at this. And even I mean, that's the thing is, I don't know why he keeps letting them in and they chant Lucha Pro and stuff while they're beating his ass.
He's bottom dude in the game. He's like the dude that you send and like run and fetch into your gopher and whatever, and you're like, you ever get it pushed in, Camacho? About to, brother.
It's like, hey, we need a little party tonight.
Okay, get him off the ropes, Vito. Come on.
And this referee is clearly in their corner. I don't know where they found her at. She's not from CCW.
No, she looks like someone that brought in from Lucha Pro.
That is not Luis or Luther.
Oh, definitely not.
I'm pretty sure that's not Luther.
And I'm pretty sure it's not Eddie Vice either.
Unless Eddie Vice grew 6 inches and grew some hair.
Oh, nice counter by Camacho. Doing the spinneroonie on his feet, as it were.
Hey, watch it.
They should.
And you know
The
what?
flexible one.
It's the
Camacho, I got some
very
shiny
true.
cheese over here. Look.
He knows.
Shut up.
Official like a ref with a whistle.
He gonna catch you. Oh, thank
Corner
God.
misses.
That a boy.
There you go.
Half-hearted.
Yeah, you know, it's
Drop
a
him on
mix-
his stupid
a mix
head.
between splash and
Arriba!
punches.
That a
Hey!
boy. Orale,
He just
Baco.
planted him in that
Come on,
net.
Vito. Come on, baby. Come on.
Yeah, I think you're going to need a stronger cover to hold a man with that kind of strength down.
Oh, Vito. Come on. You're gonna give me a heart attack,
You know,
baby.
eats a lot of cannolis, yeah.
Careful, Tony.
Leave the cannolis next time, Vito. Good counter. Good. Overhand bridge hand.
I mean, you see his ring awareness is improving, but
Oh, Jesus. No.
Yeah, it looks like he slipped off that rope.
Damn ropes,
he's just
man.
trying to kill himself every
Know your
second.
environment, brother. Yep. Take this beating. There you go.
And say goodnight.
And
One,
And say
2,
goodnight.
3. You piece of trash.
There you go.
Beat him like a piñata.
Welcome to another night of who's beating Camacho's ass next.
You know what?
That's how it's done. That's how it's done. Oh, come on, you still don't learn, do you?
Yeah, he really doesn't.
Neither do we, because here we are hoping with our fingers crossed.
I think so.
He's getting better, man. That was longer than the last one.
I mean, should we go downstairs and have
Hey, did you see what he did?
Hey, wait a
He shoved
minute.
your future girlfriend.
That ain't right.
I mean, I guess
He's got a lot of. Camacho's got a lot
maybe,
of heart,
maybe
and not a
she's
lot
not
of
working
brains.
with Lucha Pro. You could put your hands
But
on
you
her.
know what?
Maybe she's
He
like,
told
you know
him to
what?
back off. Know your role.
Hey, when do you guys want to run down there and help Camacho? Because it looks like they're beating him up pretty
I
good.
mean, I'm kind of enjoying
They're
it.
just jumping him in. This is what gangs do, man. Blood in and blood out, homie.
Oh, no.
They can keep him.
Oh, finally
It's about
somebody.
time, Luis. All right, he wants his shirt
attaboy,
back,
Luis.
clearly.
I'm your business. Now I'm supposed to be here.
Yeah, they stole your ref shirt. They figured you weren't going to show up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Luis.
Good job, Luis.
Jeez.
Way to handle it.
Late to the party as always. You can forget about it, baby.
Well, fight him right now. There's
Come
still
on,
two
get in
of
the
you
ring,
and
it's
one of
two of you.
him.
Yeah.
Come on, they
All
still
right.
got 2 dudes against Luis.
So,
Go downstairs, check him.
yeah, go check on. Well, not in a minute. Luis is there with him, and
Yeah,
clearly
I
they're
mean,
not
but
going
here's the thing.
And Luis has medical training.
But
so.
Luis also didn't look very happy after he saved him. It was almost
You know
like
what?
he was towing that line.
Let's
of,
be fair.
Do I save him or do I hit him with this chair?
How many times do
Both.
you have to help someone? Don't you kind of get tired
yeah,
of it?
yeah, I mean, well, that's
well,
you just
Camacho,
explained the-
spirited effort, if not the most intelligent of them all. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Orange County Championship Wrestling's Royal Ramble. For the man on my left, Azrael, and the man on my right, the champs, Thunder and Lightning, and Joey the Bull.
That's right.
Thank you for watching. We will see you next Tuesday at 9 p.m. This is Jonathan Malice, hoping all of your bumps are taken in the ring.
Holla if you hear me.
Hey, God bless America.